Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your mid-month reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of April, as usual, I have a special sales offer available. And for this month, it's called What's New Behind the Corner, and it's a reading that was created, inspired in the celebration of the new astrological year. And so it's an energy and a reading that focuses in themes of new opportunities, new beginnings, changes coming up during this time frame for us all. So if you would like to know more details about that special offer or any other of my services, just email me. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do that by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So, Cancer, it does feel like for mid-April, the energy of creation is very important and an area of focus. Some of you are wanting to ensure that you have, plenty figured out for the future. It's like you want to make sure that your children is your children, I'm sorry, for those that have children, are safe. You want to ensure that your family is safe. You want to ensure that your bills are going to be paid. You want to ensure that everything practical is taken good care of. Some of you are afraid of financial lack or disruption, so you're kind of figuring ways here to economize and make sure that you have like budgets in place. Some of you are really looking at money in very smart intelligent ways, so you know how to properly spend and don't put much to waste. So it's like you are in a vibe during this time where waste upsets you. So being, financial waste, emotional waste, waste of any sorts is not for you. And you're actually very skilled in this understanding of balance here, how to put things in place, creating harmony and not friction, not division, not, contrast, but actually integration, balance. You want to have things set in a way in your life where everything is working in a friendly form and not, in division. For some, where there has been division, family wise in particular, for some of you Cancers, where there has been family division, you can start to see the opposite happen here due to some decisions, due to some tactics or strategies that you might be the initiator of, that you might be coming up with, that will be proven to be just the right thing to really bring cohesion, to really bring, that sense of togetherness amongst, a relationship situation or a family situation where there has been division. Some of you that have felt like you were collapsing here, or something was collapsing in your life. You could still struggle at times to find trust in the future. I sense that some of you are really scared about tomorrow and what the future looks like. For some of you that might have been recently, lost your job or lost a source of income. Even for Cancers that lost a relationship, lost something that used to belong to the past kind of narrative that you were dealing with. So there's a strong difference for some of you Cancers that the universe is trying to bring up here between how things were indeed and how things will be. And the fact that how things will be might present to be different, this very aspect of it makes you intimidated and afraid of it, of the unknown, but also brings that creation energy. So by not knowing, so like there's a big question mark ahead. There's a big white canvas as well, with this question mark. So you can actually fill it up with a lot of things that maybe in the old paradigm, right, you didn't have the space to put. So your wildest creative ideas, your longings, your dreams, the things you kept postponing, the things you didn't have time, the things that you allowed to kind of just keep happening without taking proper control. There's measures that some of you will be motivated to have, or pushed to, actually pressure to have, put measures in place to preserve the actual future that you're afraid of. And this preservation of your resources and your energy is very important, because up until the fall time, some of you will be restructuring something here when it comes to your work, finances, and home life. So the steps you take now will proven to be rewarding at the end of summer, beginning of fall time, where you will see that, okay, maybe from now up until there, I have to be really in my best behavior, really composed, really aware, really, responsible, or, in this, again, tight energy of management. But it's going to compensate, because the creation you're making now will have you're going to reap its effects down the line, and it's going to open that door of abundance you're afraid you're not going to have anymore, or you already are struggling with lack. For those of you that are struggling with lack of opportunities, lack of job, lack of recognition, lack of something that would add to you that sense of fairness. Maybe you're waiting for a court favorable result. Maybe you're waiting for money that you had to go to court to fight for. Maybe you're waiting for someone to pay you what they owe you. Maybe you're waiting for anything. The question is, while you are waiting, right, for things to align, for things to be right, for things to be in place, what you yourself in your life can do that it's in your control to put things in place. Because there is an element of things not being correctly arranged for some of you. There's a lack of organization for some of you when it comes to documents, legalities, paper, keeping up with, some practicalities of life. It feels like there's some things that you just have not been on top of it, that now you have a chance to. You have this requirement here to kind of mature into this version where your mind and your heart are really in perfect balance and sync. And I say this because you have the Six of Cups as your challenge. So you're too attached to an old version of life. You're too attached to your memories, to your background, to your references, to everything you've learned to be true so far. And what you have learned to be true and what will now be the truth could be different. There could be changes there. And your challenge lies in allowing a little bit more of disconnection from what was, so you can center yourself and really see with with the right eyes what is happening and what needs your attention. Because putting attention into things that were how they were before is again a waste of energy. Putting energy into things that have passed right now is a waste, because either you have spent there too much time, or because just it won't help you in the things that you mostly need. I also feel for some of you, again, the family component, particularly children, for some of you that have children, there could be issues with dependency that are like very very strong here. So it could be that your children are very financially and emotionally as well dependent on you, or it could be that you are very financially and dependent on a parent or a partner, someone in your life where that excess of dependency is start to create a problem. And so either being that you as a parent will be aligning your things in a way where this dependency stops being excessive, for things to be balanced, for things to be right, or where you are told or you are guided to understand yourself the excessive dependency you might have on something or someone, regardless of where it comes from, adjusting, adapting to this type of new measures to put things in a more correct form will feel uncomfortable in the beginning, but then it will lead to success. Because for you, if you are struggling with dependency, it will bring here and motivate and stimulate again that creative force where you're going to start to look for opportunities elsewhere and for yourself. So it brings independency and autonomy, which is a very good thing to have. And as a parent, if that's the case, it's also allowing you to unburden yourself a little bit. It's going to allow you to feel that you can breathe and focus appropriately in things you have going on in your life. And yes, aside of the fact that there might be your children and they need you and it's a commitment for life, it's not about leaving them, abandoning them, cutting them off. Nothing like this. It's a matter of the excesses. Just as Libra energy, it's just about excesses where you're giving too much or not giving it all, basically, right? So this is where the spotlight is and where you're going to be guided to just pay attention. I also feel like some of you, just a matter of pay attention. Pay attention to the choices you make. Pay attention to the things you say, because it's all counting. There's something here about everything is counting right now for the end result, and you want to ensure that it's this one. The advice is to invest wisely. The advice is to create abundance, not lack. The advice is to create, again, a path ahead that brings golden opportunities. So the things you esteem and you put in high regard is to preserve. The things that you don't need is to take out, because they're taking space to this precious opportunity to really be set in place in a way that's strong, that it's firm, and that it's, beautiful and allowing here more to be generated. So where the wrong is, cut it off. Just because it's not a time where I feel like the universe is very patient. For some of you Cancer, very patient with the act of just let it be, of being kind of procrastinating when it comes to your own progress. So where you're excessively, again, procrastinating, not caring, not in control, you will be giving a red alert. You will be given here this flag waved where it's like, no more of this, please, because then you won't have the other thing you want. So I hope you have a great mid-month. Thank you so much for all of you that have been donating, liking, subscribing to my channel. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And hopefully we'll see each other soon.